Welcome back, viewers. Today we will be testing the EMA Breakout first retest indicator. But before we do, if you have not watched our first video and the videos after that, you need to go do that now. At the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. And as a team, we will all profit from it when we are done. You can find a link to the first video down below. You can also find a link to sign up for TradingView down below. If you use the link below, you will save a little bit of money. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. Discord is a free group communication platform. On our Discord server, we are having great conversations about all things regarding trading. One of the biggest struggles on this channel is people who use other platforms like MT4 being able to follow along. Sometimes it can be hard to find the indicators we are using on other platforms. And so on our Discord server, I have created a channel for indicator creation. And on that channel, I pinned links to freelancers who can code indicators for MT or for TradingView. So if you don't want to create a TradingView account, you can hire a freelancer for a really small fee and have them code an indicator for the MT platform. Or if you are on TradingView and need an indicator created, something unique or an indicator for a system you have developed, you can also have them code PineScript. So use the link for either MT4 coding or use the link for PineScript. Lastly, I get a lot of people that are asking me for the entire list of all the winning indicators that we have tested to date. And whereas I am not a big proponent of gatekeeping information, I've put a lot of time and effort into creating the content on my YouTube channel. And so I don't think it is too much to ask for the viewers to go through and view the content that I've spent a lot of time creating. Now, if you are not interested in supporting our channel by going back and watching the content that I have created, then I have developed a solution for you. I've created a Patreon account. I will put a link to it down below in the description. If you sign up for Patreon and you sign up for the $9 a month account, I will send you the full list of tested and winning indicators to date. I will also send you an updated list of the indicators that we are testing at the end of each week. Now, of course, you have to stay subscribed to the $9 monthly subscription, to continue to receive the updated list of indicators. But that way it will provide me with the support that I need to continue to provide the free content that I am putting out for everybody to view. Now, if you just love the channel in general and want to support us, then there is also a lower, I think $3 Patreon subscription that you can sign up for that will also help support the channel and keep things going, so that way I can continue to produce the content and the open information that we are creating here in this channel and in our Discord server. Again, if you have not signed up for our Discord, then you need to do that as well. It is a absolutely free platform where we have real-time ability to chat and have conversations about trading. And again, if you want to support the channel with Patreon, then you can find the link down below in the description. All right, as I said, today we will be testing the EMA Breakout first retest indicator. But before we do, I wanted to put the indicator scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested 198 indicators. And out of those 198 indicators, 79 of them have been winners, which means that they have met or exceeded the 60% win-loss ratio threshold that we have set for them. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. But as we are working on building the best trading system possible, you could take any one of those 79 indicators and get out there and start potentially profitably trading the markets with them now. So go back and watch those videos, make a list of those indicators, and get out there and see what you can do with them. But stick with us here as we work on maximizing your trading profits. All right. So today's indicator is the EMA Breakout First Retest indicator. It's actually called the EMA Breakout First Retest Peak Breakout indicator. You can see it here on screen. Let me zoom in a little bit here, or I guess zoom out a little bit here so you can see kind of all the components to the indicator. All in all, there's not a whole lot to this particular indicator. And so, again, you can see it here on screen. There are a few things happening that we'll take a look at. So, first of all, we have the main black line here. That is the EMA, and that is set to a 20 period. And then you can see the triangles here, the red and the green triangles. Actually, let me go back here and do this. This is actually how they were set up, like so. And then you have these lines that run top to bottom that are red and green. And so this indicator actually does a few different things. Of course, it's a TradingView member created indicator. And so you can find a link to it down below in the description. The creator gave some information on how this indicator should be traded. And so that definitely helped us out quite a bit. So if we go into the settings, we can see that there's actually a few more things that we can add to this indicator as well. And so those right there, if I do that, it creates all the different functionalities of this particular indicator. And if we were to break it down a little bit at a time, then what you can see is, if we do just that right there, you can see that these X's here, the red and green X's, they mark the point when price action breaks either above or below the EMA. And we've done that before when we did the head-to-head testing of moving averages. We tested the price break of the moving averages in most cases, and we tested the price break of the EMA. And so I'm not really interested in testing that one again. Obviously we've done that before. So if we go back into the settings here, let's go ahead and turn these back on, and let's get rid of the breakout X's. And so now you can see a few other things that are here on screen. First, we would look at these triangles here. So we have red and green triangles. Now, one thing that is slightly annoying, and I'm not sure why the creator did this, but for some odd reason, green triangles point down and red triangles point up. Again, no big deal. Not sure why exactly they did that, but in my opinion, they should be pointing downward. Well, I guess red downward and green upwards. I don't know. That's just a little, tick of mine, I guess you could say. So I went in and I changed those. That's what I reset at the beginning of the video. And so if we look at the triangles here, they are signifying or telling us when a retest of the moving average takes place. And so each one of these, I guess that's possibly why they were flipped upside down. Maybe that's why they did that. But nonetheless, doesn't really matter much the direction of them. They're basically, in my opinion, pointing to an event taking place. In this particular case, the event taking place is a retest of the moving average. And so when price action comes back and touches the moving average, whether it's the body or whether it happens to end up being the wick, that is what the triangles indicate. Retest. And the red ones indicate a retest to the downside. The green ones indicate a retest to the upside. And so come down, they touch the moving average. The green triangles come down and touch the moving average on the upside of the moving average. And so, in my opinion, those don't really play a significant role in how we are going to test this particular moving average. It is interesting to have them in place, but I mean, those are pretty easy to spot each time moving average comes into play and touches the moving average. It doesn't, again, really have a bearing on the way we are going to attempt to trade this particular indicator, the signals that we are specifically looking for. Now, if you look here, there are these kind of grayish red lines and light green lines. These are continuations of the original signals that we are looking for. And so in this particular case, I am not too worried about those. We could always test a continuation type setup of this indicator, but I think in this particular case, we are we're going to ignore the continuation signals. And so we will go ahead and turn those off as well. And so lastly, what we are left with are these lines, green and red, that move through the chart top to bottom. Let's see if maybe we can thought this was the background, but maybe I was mistaken. Yeah, I think it's actually this one. Yeah, there we go. So let's put that on 80, and we'll put this one on 80 as well. All right, so now you can see these green lines and red lines a little bit more clear. So what are these green lines and red lines? Well, these are the breakout of the first retest of the moving average. And so altogether, what does this mean? What happens is that price action will break either above or below the moving average. Price action will then come back to retest the moving average. Once it does that, that is the first retest. And now what the indicator does is it waits for price action to break below the lowest point after the first retest takes place, or I guess while the retest takes place, I guess is a better way to explain it. And so basically what's happening, so if we look at this area right here, this green one, this one's a little weird. I'm not sure exactly how it gauged that one. I feel like that one might be a little off, but this one's a better example right here. So you can see that this big green candle right here, price action spikes up above our moving average. And then almost immediately, price action falls back, it touches and retests the moving average. And then this candle right here that is indicated by the green, the big green line, it breaks out above this candle right here. And so price action at its highest point, once it broke out, then came back and retested, and then this big long candle breaks that highest point. Same way on reverse, price action comes down, it breaks below, then we get it retest back into the moving average, and the price action breaks below that lowest point. It then gives us the red background here. Again, this one seems to be a little off, oddly enough. I think maybe it's because this was a weekend that it kind of threw it out of whack. But this one's a little bit strange. It doesn't seem to quite work correctly. So if we went back and we turned on, let's see, correct retest. Yeah, so it definitely retests right here on this, and the break below would have been on this big red bar right here. So that's odd that it didn't pick that one up. But, you know, for the moment being, we will press forward and test it anyways and see what we can get out of it. And as we're doing it, we will look into it a little bit further. I'll kind of call them out a little bit better. And yeah, we'll see what we get. And so this one's good because you know, quite often what we will see is that when price action does break through the moving average, it will come back to retest that moving average. It comes back and makes its way back into that moving average and then will continue on. Now there are other ways to test or other ways to trade this particular method that doesn't involve the moving average itself having to be touched as far as a retest goes. And so you can see that if we were to trade just a retest of the moving average that didn't necessarily touch the moving average, then right here we get a break below the moving average. You can see that shortly after we get a few green candles that come back towards the moving average, and then right about there we get the break of the body of that candle. Or you could take this one here, which is the break of the lowest point of that initial move before the pullback took place. And then you could take a trade below that line. On the other side here, we get a breakout right here. And this would be the area right there. So we get a pullback very close to the moving average. Looks like it almost touched it, especially on this one right here. And then it comes up, breaks that zone, that high of the breakout right here, and goes up a little bit more before it comes down and makes its way lower there. And so that is a very popular method of trading with moving averages, is that you wait for the break, the retest or pullback, and that gives you a better entry into the trade to then take it in one direction or another. And so we'll just keep on plugging along here. It doesn't look like this signal is going to give us, or this doesn't look like this indicator is going to give us that many signals within 1 year's time. And so it might be a little challenging to hunt ourselves down a signal here. Now, I will say that the creator of this indicator, they mentioned that this could or possibly should be used on a 15-minute time frame. And so that obviously would provide far more trading opportunities if that is, hey, there we go. We get our first signal right there, and unfortunately looks like it stops us out. Yes, it does. So we're going to have to put a line next to the big green line that was painted there. All right, continue forth. And so, yes, again, the creator of the indicator did say that the 15-minute time frame, or hinted towards the 15-minute time frame in the page discussing the indicator. And so it is very likely that on a 15-minute time frame that we would have far more signals and possibly more success with this. So there we have it. One signal, one losing trade. That was by default the worst indicator that we have tested. It is a 0% winner on a 1 year period of time. So that one obviously did not work out for us too well. Seemed like it was a good idea at the time. Back here you can see that it gave quite a few more signals, and so I was a little more hopeful in that sense that it would be able to achieve at least a handful of signals. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Let's go ahead and drop down just for the fun of it. Let's drop down and throw up, so you can see already a lot more lines taking place on a 15-minute time frame. And if we zoom in a little bit more here, like so, play it forward a little bit here, just to kind of see what it might be capable of. I have no idea where we are as far as a date. Looks like December 1st, roughly, of this year, 2020. And so play it forward here. Let's bump up the candle speed a little bit more. But it seems like even there we go. So there's a pretty decent example of a pull down, retest, and go, and it actually pulled back again, retesting one more time, then eventually took off. And so even on a 15-minute time frame, there is a lot of movement here that you could monopolize on using a possibly a different strategy that didn't need such a specific setup to take place. And so, but it does seem like in this particular case, price action went down. This particular case, price action went up, price action went down. So it doesn't seem to be horrible on a 15-minute time frame. If you're looking to trade a lower time frame, this might be something you could use. Maybe not maybe not solely trading with just this indicator, but it is possible that you could use this as kind of a tool in your toolbox to play around with and look for trading opportunities using it. So, all right, well, like I said, unfortunately, this one is not going to make it on the yes list. It's going to go on the no list, and we'll move on to the next indicator from here.
If you have not already, like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell notification so that way you are notified anytime I post a new video. As part of the team, it's important that you are seeing the new videos as they come out so you know what it is that we are discussing and what indicators we are testing, have tested, and have not tested. Also, like usual, there is a link below in the description to the Discord server. You can join us on Discord so that way we can further discuss the indicators and have discussions as we move forward building our trading system. And lastly, like usual, there is a link below to TradingView. If you like what you see whenever I use TradingView, and you are interested in signing up for TradingView, if you use the link below and sign up for a paid account, you will save a little bit of money. So, all right, everybody, I will see you on the next video.